apparently, because you touched somebody who says, hey, whoa, dude, I didn't want to be touched, so I'm going to go ahead and charge you. You better be at the police station to turn yourself in later on today.
Right. So I'm at the grocery store, and I tap on the older lady in front of me.
Oh, dude.
And I let her know that she just dropped some money.
No, you've got to go and turn yourself in at the police station.
She picks it up, and she goes home, and she tells her
husband or whatever.
Trump-supporting, wife-beater-having, mustard-stained, beer-drinking
husband. That's all they're all that way.
Right, all of them. And he's just wasted. She comes home to make him a little jealous. And says, you don't know this young man.
He tapped me on my shoulder.
Right here. She starts to show him, and she's like taunting him with it.
So he blows up.
Beats the living beep.
So he could beat her up.
Right.
But then she backtracks and says, well, you know what? I didn't want him to touch me anyway.
Right.
So then he demands that she go.
He calls the cops to show up. And she's like, yeah, no, my husband didn't do this. He doesn't beat me. No, that doesn't happen.
But
because he's the breadwinner of the house.
She claims that this guy
he was at the
tapped on her shoulder, that was unwanted.
I'm going to prison.
Well, you got to turn yourself in and then post bail.
Prison.
And be charged with a misdemeanor.
Now that
fourth degree.
Now that isn't too outlandish. That isn't too crazy. But that's almost what Michelle Fields is saying.
Well, not only that, but she clearly, based on the tape, committed simple battery on Donald Trump.
Correct.
He did actually state that he did not want her touching him. Unwanted touching. Yeah. And she did it. Clearly, the tape proves it. So, yeah, she should have to report to the police station, too.
That's what I'm saying.
To the Jupiter Police, which, by the way, I thought this all happened on Earth. I'm just saying. Every time I read that, I'm like, I didn't know that Jupiter had a police station. That's amazing.
Well, apparently, Michelle Fields is out to Jupiter somewhere.
Yeah.
She's out there. So here's Matt Lauer again.
Right after this incident, Corey Lewandowski tweeted that she was delusional, and he tweeted that he never touched her. The videotape easily and plainly shows that, in fact, he did grab her and did pull her, and whether you want to debate whether she almost fell down or not, he didn't tell the truth. If you're
Whoa. See, this is what I'm talking about. That statement there was what we call here at Smith Radio. That was, I'm going to be really nice. I'm just going to say it was dishonest. It wasn't true. When you say something that's not true, that's a lie. That means that you knowingly, you know what the truth is, but you said a different statement. He doesn't know this woman, and he didn't know that he touched her or not. And based on the accusation, his first reaction was, whoa, dude, I didn't touch you. I don't even know you.
I don't know you.
That's not a lie. It's like, I say this all the time to Gore, back in 2000, Gore supporters.
Right.
Or I'm sorry, people that say Bush lied, people died.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Based on their definition of lie, everybody that gets a question wrong on a test is lying.
Yes.
You better answer that right. You better be correct. If you make a statement that is not correct, you're lying.
So you mean if I don't get 100% on every test,
you're
every
a liar.
time, I'm a liar?
You're a liar.
Oh, man.
Yes. Oh, so him saying that is totally dishonest.
That's Matt Lauer.
He's dishonest.
He's a liar.
So there's dishonesty right there. Go ahead.
Right after this incident, Corey Lewandowski tweeted that she was delusional, and he tweeted that he never touched her. The videotape easily and plainly shows that, in fact, he did grab her and did pull her, and whether you want to debate whether she almost fell down or not, he didn't tell the truth. If you're President of the United States and a member of your staff, your chief of staff, goes to the American people and publicly doesn't tell the truth in the way that Corey Lewandowski hasn't told the truth.
It's a lie. This is the premise of this is a lie. The whole premise of this is a lie.
Would you put up with it, though, Kerry? Your chief of staff is not 100% right, 100% on all his tests. I want to see his SATs. He must have 100%.
Must have he's a liar.
He's a liar. He's got to be a genius.
Clearly, this is what he's saying. Matt Lauer saying. Clearly, he did not tell the truth. Well, what is your definition of truth? In his mind, he thought he never touched her, he never met her.
Well, the definition of a lie
is knowingly saying a false statement.
Right.
We don't know if he knew that when he was accused of touching somebody he didn't know, that he never met, that it was actually true that he did. He didn't know that.
He didn't even know the situation. I'm
Right.
sure.
Screenshot it. We got him. Blood in the water. Dump buckets of chum in the water. Everywhere. There is blood coming out of wherever.
And here's Trump's reply.
Apparently this is off of Rush Limbaugh's show.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Let's hear his reply.
Look at what happened. It was so minor that he might not have even thought
Exactly.
about it. Because to be honest with you, when you look at this, it was so minor. People are calling saying, what is this all about? We have people in the Middle East chopping off heads and drowning people in cages, and he brushes her, and he brushed her to get, probably to get her hand off my arm.
Oh. No, I mean, that when it boils down to it, when you really stop, clear your mind, and you get out of the cult mentality, and you just think rationally and logically, there's one side that's being honest here, and one side, Matt Lauer, is part of the total dishonest side of it.
And he's been like that forever. He's part of that.
This is caught red-handed.
Yeah.
You're caught red-handed by saying, Mr. Trump, how can you put up with people in your campaign not telling the truth?
And I want
It's a dishonest question.
I also want you to answer this question that I've been pondering for years. Mr. Trump, when did you stop beating your wife?
Exactly.
When did you stop the abuse?
Oh, so anyway.
So speaking, and we're wrapping this up, folks. This is almost finished because we're segueing into more dishonesty.
Oh my gosh, the abortion thing.
We're not there yet. That's even worse.
Oh my gosh,
that's even worse. But this statement, I'm gonna play this statement by Ted Cruz. There was a town hall meeting at CNN this week with all three Republican candidates there, and why John Kasich is still involved in this is beyond me. Other than it's the GOP trying to steal votes.
I think they might be lying to him. I think they're telling him, "Hey, you stay in this
convention. You'll be it.
If you can help us to prevent Trump from getting 1237, you're in. You're the guy. You're in." They're lying because if they're going to go down that route, it's going to be Romney.
Well, there's articles out this week saying that Paul Ryan's being tapped.
Paul Ryan. But definitely 100% sure not Kasich.
No.
But they're telling him. They've got to be telling him. Why else would he be ruining his own life this way?
I mean,
because it will be.
Yes, this will destroy the rest of his political career because he has proven to the world he cannot garner any other votes other than his own state. And why he even got his own state is beyond me.
They're telling him to play ball, and he knows the situation. You got to play ball.
Right.
And he's like, all right, man, I'll play ball.
I'll play ball.
Oh, you're gonna hook me up?
There's big money involved.
Oh, if you're gonna hook me up, I'm definitely playing
big
ball.
money
And they're
involved.
like, good to go.
Right. I mean, when I say big money, they've already dumped hundreds of millions on Jebby Boy, Rubio, and now they're like, well, we got to it's grasping for straws here.
And the fact that John Kasich has not once but twice completely ignored the obvious call to reject George Soros's hundreds of thousands of dollars donated to him is just it tells everything right there.
Right.
Two different times he was dumped almost $250,000 on him directly from George Soros. And he's just like, what? No, I don't know. There's money. Whatever. It's everywhere.
Money flying out the sky.
I don't know. It's
out the sky.
I just saw money dumped. I got to take it.
So this is a 40-second clip on Cruz at the town hall meeting and was asked by the commentator about firing. Would you fire Lewandowski? And this was all right in front of Trump. Kasich is unbelievable. And this...
So Trump is sitting there.
Yes, Trump is right there sitting in front of them. It's that odd, weird thing like
when you're talking about somebody. Oh, wow.
You're talking about like if I was talking to you folks in the radio and I'm telling you that this thing about Kerry and all this stuff that he's been doing, and I just Who I don't get it. I don't.
You're waiting for Trump to say, "Bro, I'm right here."
Yes.
Anyway,
here's Crazy Boy.
Of course. Look, it shouldn't be complicated that members of a campaign staff should not be physically assaulting the press. I mean, that shouldn't be a complicated decision.
Hold on. He's not even being charged with assault.
Okay, this is leading up to the case against Cruz. If you're a Cruz supporter, understand who you're voting for. The Cruz is notorious for doing just what he's done in this first couple of words by claiming something is factual. In his words, it's a fact. And he may even say it's a fact. But no, it's not a fact because you say it's a fact, Cruz. It doesn't make it factual. And by you saying that he's beating up people, it's clear.
Assaulting people.
He clearly assaulted people.
He's using the Democrat strategy of letting the truth put its pants on while the lie goes halfway around the world.
And I still will not forgive him for coming out during the Brussels attack and blaming Trump for it. Inadvertently, not inadvertently, intentionally, but weaved it in there as if, hey.
It's like, hey, I know I'm supposed to be making a statement on being at one with Brussels and all that, but you know what? This is a good time for me to go ahead and attack Trump on this very issue.
And I would be PO'd at Cruz if he did the same thing with Hillary or Sanders or anybody. If he blamed Obama?
Let's say that Trump is gone, he lost, Cruz had won the primary, he clinched it. We're all for Cruz.
You mean bought it, right? I'm down. We're down. I'm voting
100%,
for
100% voting for Cruz because we are pledging to support and defend the Constitution against the communists. You just heard the beginning part of our show. We have to defend the Constitution from communism. And because of that, we vote for the Republican nominee, period.
Regardless.
Period. Unless it's a communist running for the Republican nominee. But anyway.
You know, like if they gave it to... No, if they gave it to Sanders.
Yeah, if they gave it to Sanders.
Because Sanders is independent. Vermont senator, independent.
Well, let's just say...
And the Republican
Party is eligible. Right,
they say we're bringing Sanders up.
I will vote for Hillary Clinton.
Really?
Over Sanders. No! Dude, Sanders is... a fool. You think Obama's a communist, which we all know he 100% is.
I mean, I know he is, but
Sanders is like further left of Obama.
Okay.
That being said,
I'm just saying I might go Sanders because he's got less of a body count.
Okay, probably on moral grounds, maybe. On moral grounds.
He's killed less people.
Oh, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I might have to flip a coin. That's the only way I don't vote for the Republican nominee. That being said, so let's say Cruz has got it all cinched up. He's it. He is the Republican nominee. He stands on the bodies of Brussels victims of a terrorist attack and attacks Hillary with it. And I'm coming out publicly and saying, dude,
don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You don't need to do that to win. You don't need to do that thing, that mucky, throwing shove.
Dirty. It's so dirty.
And you, Cruz, that's screaming right now.
It's dishonest, too.
Well, and Cruz is screaming right now, we don't need this dishonest. I think it's in the rest of the clip. Here, let me finish out this clip. You'll hear him say it.
Says he's innocent of all the charges.
Well,
you believe it was assault?
He's just been charged. I know that the reporter alleged that she was physically assaulted. That, I will say, it's consistent with the pattern of the Trump campaign.
I think it says something about the campaign itself, about the leadership.
The culture of the campaign has been a campaign built on attacks, on insults. And I think there is no place in politics for insults, for personal attacks, for going to the gutter, and there should be no place for physical violence either.
Going to the gutter and physical violence.
These are all things that were manufactured by the Democrats and the left and the media and George Soros and Bill Ayers. These are all complete leftist Democrats who will always pull the lever for the Democrat Party. These are the people that have caused the violence at the Trump rallies.
The guy breaking news, folks. All the violence at Trump rallies supported and paid for
by George Soros.
George Soros and Hillary Clinton combined, Craig's